Hello and welcome to my video, lesson 1.1 on arithmetic series. So first of all, before we even get started, I'm giving you the general form, but where is that coming from? So let's take a look at a arithmetic series, which they're really easy to make. Let's maybe just make one off to the side here or down below. No, let's do it above. Let's do it above. Okay, they're really easy to make, so let's just quickly do that. 5, 10, 15, unless I'm using that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not using that anywhere in this lesson. Okay, so this is my my series. There you go. This is my series, and basically what we're doing is we're going to be looking at this and saying, okay, this first point is T1, that's the 5. The second point is T2, T3, T4, and so on. All the way to Tn, meaning our nth term at some point. We can go to any term that would be. But how can we make this as a relation to our first term? Well, here we can see we add 5 every time, right? And we can call that D. So T2 is like T1 plus D. Whoops. We're making kind of a general equation here. So there's T1, then there's T1 plus D, then there's T1 plus 2D because it's happening twice. Then there's T1 plus 3D, it's happening 3 times. So on and so forth until Tn. Now, how do we get Tn? Well, that number there in front of the D is like saying T1 plus, that number is, instead of a 1, 2, or 3D, we have n minus 1. Whatever n term there are, that's the number minus 1 that gives us the D value. So this here is our general form for Tn. So this is where it's coming from. Okay, so that's great. Another way to look at this a lot of the time is kind of just thinking about y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope or the change in x. So that would be 5x plus b. And b is always our first term, so like kind of like a t0 term. In this case would be 0. So if this were the equation, we would actually just write Tn equals 5 times n. Okay, but let's scroll down and try this out for ourselves. Yeah, find this for ourselves. So find the 20th term for the arithmetic series above. So if you pause the video right now, you can try both of these questions out and then see if your answers relate to my own. So finding the 20th series, it'll take some time to count up to that, but you know what's easier? Plugging it in to our general equation. Here's our general equation. So let's figure this out. We have T1 is 3 plus n minus 1. Well, if we know it's 20, then we're looking for 20 minus 1. D. What is the D? Well, it's the difference or the change, which is 2. So now we just need to multiply all that stuff out. So 30 plus 2 times 19. 38 plus 3, 41. All right, let's continue on here to the second question. If the 15th term is 125 and the 30th term is 200, what are the first three terms? Okay, so this is a little bit more work. So we're going to write 15, so 15th term, or maybe we'll just even write the general term first. Okay, so the 15th term is what? T1, we still don't know T1, plus 15, so 15 minus 1 times D, but we do know the value of the 15th term is 125. Okay, let's continue on and try the next one. So the 30th term is T1 plus 30 minus 1, D, equals 200. So, what can we do now? Well, we have two equations with two variables in total. So this is now a system of equations. So let's just change this so both of them are equal to T1, moving the D term over, so minus 14D, 200 minus 29D. Okay, and now that we have these two equations, these two systems of equations written like this, we can simply make them equal to each other because they're both equal to T, or to T1. They're both equal to T1. And so we can make these equal to each other, thereby removing the T1 variable. This allows us to then solve for D. So it would be 15D over here and 75 over here, which would give us D is 5. 5, yep. So that's great. That doesn't tell us any of the first three terms though yet. What we have to do is we need to now find T1. So let's plug it in here. So 125 minus 14 times 5. 14 times 5 is going to be 70. So 55 would be our answer. So T1 is 55, and we can now use that to make our general equation. So 55 plus n minus 1 times D, which is 5. So we know our first term is 55, and we know we add 5 every time, so 60 and 65. Those are our first three terms for this arithmetic series. All right. I hope that this video helps you understand lesson 1.1 and arithmetic series a little bit better. Good luck.